Good interest versus bad interest. Yes, there is actually a difference. Hi, if we haven't met yet, I'm Michelle. I am a personal finance coach and I teach everyday women with everyday money issues how to manage their paycheck so that they can meet their financial and money goals. And if you stick around until the end of today's video, I have a bonus for you about how you can manage your money goals in less than 10 minutes a week. By the way, when it comes to interest and interest rates, do you have any burning questions? Is there anything I can do a video on that would help you? Because that's my job, to create videos that help you get better at money. So, interest rates, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna be honest here. Interest and interest rates are one of those things I get a little salty about. I'm not gonna lie. And I get salty about it because it's one of those big things banks and credit card agencies try to make super complicated and hard because they don't want you to figure out how much you're paying for how little they are giving you. I said what I said. But let me back up a little. Because before we can talk about what is good interest and what is bad interest, let's talk about what interest actually is. Simply put, interest is the rent you pay for using somebody else's money to buy something you want. In this case, other people are banks, mortgage companies, and credit card companies. Those sorts of people that you might borrow money from. How much rent you're paying is the interest. The amount of interest as a percentage of the total you borrowed is roughly the interest rate. So let's say you borrow $100,000 and the bank is going to charge you 6%. This means that you're going to have to pay the bank the $100,000 you borrowed plus another $6,000 in interest because they lent you their money. This is why if you ever look at a loan statement, you're paying back more than 100% of the money you borrow. The total amount of the loan also includes the interest or the rent that you're paying to use someone else's money to buy something you want. Good so far? Coolio. Now, let's talk about good interest versus bad interest. Good interest is the interest that the bank or the financial company pays you. So for most of us, this is the interest we get paid on our savings accounts. Although, let's be honest, the average savings account pays a miserly pittance. Even online banks, which have lower overhead costs and usually pay a smidge more interest, still don't pay much. Enter the high yield savings account, or HYSA for short. A high yield savings account, or HYSA, is a specific type of savings account that pays you a higher amount of interest than a regular savings account. In this case, yield means interest rate. Right now, an HYSA is paying about 0.5% interest per month, and an average savings account is paying out anywhere from 0.01% to 0.06%. Think about that. 0.5% versus 0.06%. That means that an HYSA is paying you a lot more than a regular savings account. In terms of actual dollars, if you had $1,000 in a regular savings account that paid 0.05% per month, you would make about a nickel. In an HYSA, you would make about 40 cents. Okay, agreed. That's not life-changing money, but I think we can all also agree that 40 pennies is better than a penny. And any way you slice it, that's a deal, and I am a girl who loves a deal. So if you have 3 to 6 months worth of net paychecks in an emergency fund, you're gonna make a lot more interest in an HYSA than in a regular savings account. Not life-changing money, but more than pennies. So I wrote a whole blog on this and I'll link it in the description, okay? Whew. Okay, that was the fun part. Now let's talk about the bad interest. Interest isn't inherently good or inherently bad. Remember, interest is just the rent you pay someone who loaned you money. What I mean by bad interest is the interest charged by banks or lending institutions. Specifically, I mean high interest rates that some credit card companies charge, especially for store cards. Usurious. or the phenomenally high interest rates used car lots charge, minions of hell, and the outrageously high interest rates payday loan companies charge, which in my opinion are the crack cocaine of the finance industry. In my not so humble opinion, please don't use those. Of course, you should pay someone for the use of their money. If they loan it to you, they can't use it to buy something, so you should pay them for the use of it. But there are a lot of people out there who want to loan you money, and some will give you a better deal than others. Here are my rules for shopping for money. So for mortgages, including refinancing, call at least 5 mortgage brokers before you decide which one to go with. They are not all the same. And even if they gave you a deal the last time, it doesn't mean they will this time. Car loans. Please, please, I am begging you, do not take a loan out with the car lot. They are always higher. Giving out loans at a higher rate makes up for the deal they gave you on the car. They are gonna make that $500 you negotiated them down on the interest on that loan and then some. Credit cards. If you have a credit score of 750 or above and you're paying 12% interest or higher on any of your cards, it is time to go shopping. Start with the company that holds the card, but if they won't drop it to at least 9.99, then it might be time to transfer the balance on that card to a new card. But be careful when transferring the balance, because there can be fees they stick you with at the beginning or the end of that deal they're giving you today. So be sure to read the fine print. Okay, let's wrap this up. I have linked to several videos and blogs I've done about saving money in the description if you want to know more. And whether it's good interest that the bank is paying you or bad interest that you have to pay the bank, everybody's got to eat. I don't have a problem with that. But that doesn't mean that they get to eat primo grass-fed beef and I get to eat peanut butter, if you know what I mean. And sorry, I don't know what the vegan equivalent to that is, but you get the picture. And now the bonus I promised you. One way I keep track of the good interest I'm getting and the bad interest I'm paying is with my Sunday afternoon money date checklist. This checklist helps me review everything I need to know and remember about what's happening with my money every week, and I can do it in about 10 minutes. If you would like a free copy of my checklist, I have it linked in the description, and I really hope you enjoy it. If today's video was helpful, please like and subscribe. It helps YouTube know that you found the video useful, and then they will show it to someone else who might also find it helpful. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload so you never miss out, and don't forget to grab your free money date checklist. Until the next time, I hope you have a fantabulous week. Bye.